This is not a simulated situation. The whales have at last returned, nearly 100 trillion Shiba Inu in just 1 second. Additionally, this is the case. This also indicates that a significant transition is imminent. People are exulting. Experts are dropping their calls. The Shiba Inu is becoming increasingly unmanageable. What is transpiring? Furthermore, what is the subject of my discourse? Well, allow me to elaborate. Welcome to Dr. Crypto, your daily serving of Shiba. This is the spot for you if you're curious about anything related to Shiba. If you want to keep informed about all the latest news forecasts and stay ahead of the crypto industry, subscribe. To get more Shib news, be sure to click the like button. Recently, a significant event occurred. In all honesty, it is causing a significant amount of anxiety within the Shiba Inu community. The whale's sudden and significant action has become the subject of much discussion. This is not a typical transfer or casual purchasing frenzy. This was strategic, weighty, and replete with intention. A move of this nature does not merely cause a residual effect, it generates ripples throughout the entire market, and this is the most astounding aspect, according to a renowned analyst. This may be the long-awaited indication that the Shiba Inu is genuinely making a comeback, not merely returning for a brief refill, but returning in a manner that could potentially alter everything. Some individuals are already murmuring the 1 cent ideal again, as this could be the commencement of something so significant. I understand your concern. Has this information been included in the chart? Are we witnessing any genuine action? Certainly, and the analyst provided a detailed explanation. The Shiba Inu continues to maintain its breakout goal, and the trend is exhibiting all the appropriate indicators. It recently overcame a significant obstacle that had been impeding its progress for an extended period. Additionally, this was not a mere maneuver. Confidently, it was a clean break. The anticipated increase from this point is more than 5 times greater than our current position. Indeed, 5 times. In the event that this transpires, it is feasible that the Shiba Inu might erupt and achieve levels that have not been observed in an extended period. And when the potential for growth is validated by the intrusion of major whales, it is impossible to disregard. All indicators are indicating an upward trajectory. The chart is arranged in an aesthetically pleasing manner. It is evident that the titans are placing significant wagers, and the atmosphere surrounding Shiba Inu is beginning to resemble the early days once more. However, it is even more substantial. The developers have been active, the communities have been energized, and the cost action is now beginning to catch up. This may serve as the catalyst for the subsequent Shiba Inu race. Consequently, what transpired? Certainly, the figures are not deceptive. Additionally, what we are currently witnessing is an uncommon occurrence. Recently, significant information was disclosed through the use of new on-chain data. The Shiba Inu supply is beginning to be significantly influenced by whales. Currently, there are only 46 main vaults that are capable of storing more than 120 trillion tokens. A very small group controls more than 12% of the complete circulating supply. Now, this is the reason why this is important. This degree of concentration is not accidental, it is strategic. Historically, whales have not sat around when they consolidate this much control or move in this manner. This kind of buildup frequently precedes a significant price movement, thus serving as a warning sign that something significant is imminent. It is either on the brink of a vertical transition or they possess information that the general public is unaware of. Additionally, the inflows into these substantial purses have experienced an unequivocal explosion. In the past week alone, there has been a growth of more than 500%. This represents a substantial change, particularly when contrasted with the previous month, during which inflows were actually declining. Suddenly, whales are filling up, rapidly. Concurrently, outflows have increased by more than 6,000% in a single week. However, there is a catch. Month after month, outflows continue to decline significantly. What is the significance of this? This indicates that whales are not departing. They are not disposing of waste. They are likely preparing for an event that they believe is imminent by relocating, reorganizing, and repositioning. Now, why is this such a significant event for the Shiba Inu? Supply and demand reign supreme. The quantity of tokens available in the market is diminished when a small number of individuals secure a significant portion of the supply. Therefore, when demand increases due to the entry of institutional buyers, retail buyers, or regular investors, there is insufficient supply to satisfy the demand. And what occurs when the demand exceeds the supply? The price increases significantly, rapidly. This configuration generates an ideal environment for Shiba Inu. It is no longer mere hysteria. It is mathematics. With the accumulation of whales, the reduction of supply, and the development of momentum, it is feasible to anticipate that the price will increase towards the coveted level that is frequently discussed. The prospect of achieving 1 cent may appear to be distant, but it becomes considerably more feasible when the fundamentals begin to align in this manner. A decrease in the circulating supply, an increase in the number of long-term holders, and an increase in the trust in the project. It is the precise equation required for a parabolic motion. This could be the moment that the Shiba Inu eventually begins to close the distance between where it is currently and where the community always thought it could go if this trend persists. The missile is currently in the process of heating up. This is the point at which the situation becomes truly intriguing, as analysts have observed that the Shiba Inu is not merely moving. It is currently undergoing a transformation. At the present time, the Shiba Inu is at a point of significant transition. It has encountered a substantial resistance wall as a result of its recent price momentum. We are discussing a vast supply zone, with over 500 trillion coins in wallets that were acquired at the current price point. That is a significant number of investors who may be interested in either achieving a break-even point or realizing profits after a period of holding. Into the Block has identified this wall, which is composed of over 166,000 wallets that are all arranged in the exact same range. The implication of this is straightforward. This is a technical and psychological impediment. When the price reaches its current level, there is typically a surge in selling pressure as individuals perceive an opportunity to either recoup their losses or secure their gains. It is comparable to striking a ceiling. However, there is a catch. Everything could potentially change if Shiba Inu is able to penetrate this obstacle and the momentum is sufficient to surpass it. A significant event could be precipitated by a breakout above that threshold. Consider a tide of FOMO sweeping the market, algorithmic orders, and short-term speculators pouring in. This type of breakthrough could propel Shiba Inu to the next price range, which has been the subject of interest for several months. Conversely, if it is rejected, there may be a slight decline in demand. Short-term selling pressure may result from profit-taking. However, it is not necessarily detrimental. In any healthy escape attempt, these types of retests are common. The broader perspective is what is important. Presently, what is that overarching perspective? It appears to be more robust than ever. Whales are accumulating at an unprecedented rate, inflows are increasing, and outflows are fluctuating. Additionally, Shiba Inu are currently confronting a critical resistance area. This is not an arbitrary decision. It is a coordinated market movement. The community is more vibrant than ever. The graph is reflecting strength, and the endeavor is maturing. So indeed, this is a transformation. Shiba Inu is no longer merely a meme. It is an expanding force that is supported by genuine data and real momentum, and a genuine opportunity to advance to the next level, the ignition stage for the next significant rally, and potentially the first step towards the 1 cent fantasy could be achieved if it clears the supply wall. Even when we consider the future, the Shiba Inu remains remarkably resilient. In reality, there is no need to anticipate the future. It appears that it will occur in the near future. Recently, an extraordinary event was reported. Shiba Inu was employed by a patient in the United States to settle a $5,000 dental bill, real-world utility that is. This individual financed a comprehensive medical service for Shiba Inu through the Zipto app, a crypto payment platform. There is no conversion, no additional processes, just a seamless direct payment. The update was disclosed by Zipto in a post. Although the dental clinic's identity was not disclosed, the information they disclosed was transformative. It is indicative of an increasing level of acceptance across the board. The process is as follows. Users can navigate to the bill payment section of the Zipto app, select their provider, such as a dental clinic or American Express, and select Shiba Inu as their method of payment. The app will manage the remaining steps after the user inputs the quantity and confirms the details. It directly transfers the Shiba Inu to the service vendor after automatically converting it to US dollars. The entire process is completed within 48 hours, and the user is not required to manually change their crypto prior to the process. That constitutes genuine adoption. There is no bluster or assurance. Shiba Inu is utilized by genuine individuals to settle real-world debts. Furthermore, it is imperative that we do not disregard the significance of this. It demonstrates that the Shiba Inu is transcending the meme token narrative and transforming into something significantly more significant. Shiba Inu is introduced to the mainstream through this type of smooth payment use case. It instills confidence in holders, developers, and even businesses, which are now beginning to regard Shiba Inu not only as an asset, but as a currency, and all of this is inextricably linked to the present condition of the Shiba Inu. We are currently witnessing significant whale accumulation, breakout efforts on the chart, and most recently, real-world application. This is the appearance of development, not only price action, but also infrastructure, acceptance, and legitimacy. The community has been anticipating indications that the Shiba Inu is undergoing a transformation, and this serves as confirmation. Therefore, while some individuals continue to harbor reservations, others are actually employing Shiba Inu to address their dental issues. And when cryptocurrency achieves that stage of usability, it is no longer merely a coin. It is a movement. However, what is your perspective on this matter? Comment in the space provided below. The day is over now. Remember to give it a big thumbs up. To see our most recent material, share it and subscribe to the channel.